Hey, welcome on the spot. I'm here today with Levi Masua, buddy of mine. I met him about maybe 8 months ago at Bay Club, and then we started playing basketball and then doing something together like that, and former hooper and stuff like that. And he's a guest on the spot. You probably see him around coaching kids too. I think at Sports Strong. But before yours, Levy, go and do yourself and go from there.
What's up, world? It's your boy Levi Masua. I am out here in the Bay, man. Excited to be here talking to my boy Lens. Just talking shop on the spot. I'm a fan of the work that you're doing, bro. I've watched a few pods. I'm just like, it's cool to see, people getting other people's perspectives, no matter what the industries and what they've got going on. So yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, let's do this, man.
All right. So let me ask you this: what are your thoughts and opinion on the real estate market? I know you kind of follow a bit, but what are your thoughts on all that stuff, predictions?
Yeah, it's an interesting market right now. I think so. I look at it in a couple different ways. I think whenever I'm looking at the math of everything, it'd be nice for interest rates to fall, below four, like 3.9 ish. That'd be nice.
Yeah,
I think somewhere between four to six is a little bit more. 4 to 5 is a little bit more realistic. Low fours wouldn't hurt. I don't think we're gonna see anything like we did in COVID.
yeah.
But I think that the market's interesting right now. It's definitely balanced. Maybe a good time to like upgrade. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's interesting. Now, for me, the way that I look at like the real estate market and housing is, you know, I'm not in real estate investing right now, at least like residential. So for me, if I'm gonna buy a house, I'm gonna look at it from like a practicality and like locality where I want to be type of a thing, and like what I've got going on with my family, opposed to maybe an investment. So I just think it's important to take all things into consideration. But the real estate market right now is definitely tricky.
Let me ask you this: you want to share a struggle you went through in life or work or something? With this.
Yeah, I think there's struggles that we go through every day, and I think that, our mindset is kind of what helps us get through it. I mean, I think it's just everything's a journey really. Like if I'm thinking about one specific issue, I feel like everything kind of boils down to perspective and perseverance, trying to look at things, the good side of things and try and find an angle to solve any type of problem. I feel like that's what like all my uphill battles have really entailed, and ultimately how I was kind of able to break through them, I guess.
Good thoughts. How about this? You want to share a quote that you heard or inspiration quote that for our listeners that might want to share?
Yeah. Um, there's a couple. The one that I like the most is an object in motion stays steady. Just kind of, what it means to me is, momentum is important. And once you're on the path, just stay on the path. It's not going to be overnight success. It's not going to be perfect right away. It's just, staying steady, and understanding that, you've got some motion and that's all you need. So I like that one a lot. I like what if it could turn out to be better than you could have ever predicted. That's one that I like a lot. Then there's another one that I have written down actually, if you don't mind me
Okay.
pulling this up,
Uh,
that I like a lot as well. So sometimes the best movement is no movement. Sometimes it's
okay.
important to be still. But yeah, those are the three that I'm gonna leave you with.
Okay. Good stuff. Good ones. Let me ask you this. Probably haven't done this, but what mistake did you make in real estate that you regret doing done or seen?
Well, yeah, I think for me, it's like the lack of pulling the trigger. I had a couple of
Yeah.
opportunities to buy in 2020, as well as in 2020, like 18 through 2021. I had opportunities to buy,
Yeah.
and I didn't. I let them pass, and that's probably something that I regret the most.
Gotcha. All right. Let me ask you this one. For our listeners out there or watchers, what are you watching now on for TV show, Netflix or streaming? What do you like watching? Like,
Dude, right now I'm heavy into YouTube, man.
okay.
I watch a lot of things on YouTube. We actually just watched she finished Scandal. I watched Scandal a long time ago. Definitely a good episode, like a good series, one of my favorites.
Okay.
Watching basketball, right? March Madness and whatnot right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But for me, I'm a big YouTube guy. So I watch a lot of different things on YouTube, whether it's like business frameworks to just like day in the life type of a thing. I found
Uh-huh.
that that's kind of the content that I probably consume the most.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just finished the Seven Kingdoms of Game of Thrones. I haven't watched that one yet.
Dude,
It's like
so
a
everybody
spin-off.
talks about Game of Thrones. Yeah, every time.
Yeah.
So did you watch Thrones as well?
I did, yeah. That was good. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So how would you compare Seven Kingdoms to Thrones?
It has it's well, Game of Thrones has about like 6 or 7 characters, and Seven
Okay.
Kingdoms is based on one guy
I
who was
see.
on a kingdom, like he's like a knight, and so
I see.
he's on the journey of becoming. I forget his name, but he becomes what he is, and kind of like a ruler, so
I see.
of like a
I see.
kingdom. Yeah.
What's that
So,
on?
but yeah, HBO, and they're about 30 minutes long, so it's pretty quick.
And how long is it how many seasons?
There's just one started, came out. Yeah, so it was
Oh,
one.
okay,
Yeah.
nice. Nice,
So
nice,
six
nice. Okay.
episodes are about 30 minutes each, so it's pretty
I
quick.
love something like efficient. Efficient TV
Yeah.
shows are my favorite.
Yeah, no, I think that they shoot for that now because the hour and 30, you're like, wow, we gotta like find
That's a lot
time.
of time. That's a lot of time. Yeah, I have to invest that time, set that time aside.
Yeah,
I'm with
totally.
you. To buy into the
Yeah,
storyline and everything. Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Exactly.
So, but I think
That's
it's gonna be
fun.
good though. So, yeah, I want to say the first three are kind of slow, but then 4, 5, and 6, like
It
you
picks
see
up.
more. Yeah,
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 okay.
it's good.
I could rock with
Yes.
that. I could rock with
Yeah.
that. Have you seen The Pit?
No,
So I'm from
I'm
Pittsburgh,
not.
Pennsylvania,
Okay,
and so it's based out of Pittsburgh, but it's about like a hospital pretty much, you know, like an
okay,
ER room and all that stuff. I haven't watched it. It's also on HBO. Some of my
okay,
buddies have been telling me that I need to watch it. Some of my buddies out here were like,
okay.
"Yo, you gotta watch The Pit.
Yeah,
You're from Pitt." So I wasn't sure if you saw it or not,
yeah.
but
No, but being
yeah,
from Pitt, you know Pat McAfee, he's from Pitt. So is that
of
he's
course.
yeah, he's close by you, or different counties or
So
whatever.
he's from Plum. He went to high
Okay,
school in Plum, which
yeah,
is probably like 50 minutes northeast from me.
okay,
Yeah, northeast. It's like sort of on your way to where I went to school, but yeah, it's up that way.
okay.
It's like in the Whitfield, which is like the conference that we play in. It's a bigger school.
Yeah, yeah.
They're usually good. The colors are like purple and black. They're usually pretty good on in sports. They're pretty big school. But yeah, that's where he went to
Okay.
school. So not too close. And we're a little bit different in age too. So I
Yeah.
don't think I was in high school whenever he was in high school.
Yeah.
But the
He's
dude's a
I think
fucking legend.
38 or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
exactly. He's a legend though.
yeah.
Definitely know about that for sure.
Cool. Let me ask you this. So Levy, you coming out to get introduced somewhere, what's your walk up theme song?
What's my walk-up theme song if I'm being
Yeah.
introduced somewhere? I got a couple.
Okay.
The one that I sing in my head is "I'm the Man" by Aloe Black. I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man. Or "Trophies" by Drake. I think those are probably the 2.
Okay. All right. Let me ask you this. Maybe a couple basketball questions. Who's on
Yeah.
your Mount Rushmore basketball?
My Mount Rushmore basketball is MJ, Bron, Shaq, and Steph.
Okay. Yeah. Good ones. I've heard
MJ,
a few of those
Braun,
before.
Shaq, and
Yeah.
Steph. Yeah, I'd say those are the 4. Shaq is the yeah, Shaq was just so dominant, like, if you needed a bucket in the post, just give the ball to Shaq, like, he just
Yeah.
so dominant. I was thinking maybe putting, like, Timmy Duncan in that spot. He really expanded the game. He was a little less physically dominant than Shaq, but he expanded, like, the game a little bit, and he really was efficient within, like, you know, like 17 feet into the hoop too, back to the basket, squaring up. He could do it all, bro. Like the big fundamental, like one of the best. So I was thinking about maybe putting him there.
Yeah.
But I think that's my Mount Rushmore. MJ, Braun, Shaq, and Steph. Yeah.
All right.
What's
Good one.
yours?
Good thought. I've got a little bit Europeans, but I got MJ, Kobe. I got Dirk on there because I think he's the best European player. Then probably Larry Bird. I
Okay.
think just he had the I guess the Chris White shoe. Or, I don't know. People like in the '80s, whatever. But those I go
Yeah.
with. You know.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. Interesting. I like it. I like
LeBron,
it. I
LeBron will
like it.
leave off, but he'd be up there with probably like Steph and stuff. But more people. I probably add like Shaq, Steph, and those guys.
Are
But
they
yeah,
so they're in your top 10 though?
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Max,
I feel that.
Max in there. And then, I mean, you got like Wembley now. He's going to be up in there. So it's crazy how the game's changing.
Dude,
But yeah.
Wemby's no joke.
So, who's your GOAT in basketball? If you had to pick one, who's your,
My GOAT, honestly, huge basketball fan, obviously, played my whole life. I'd say my GOAT, giving a fair assessment based off of the amount of basketball that I've watched, which you have to take into account my age, I'm 30.
yeah.
I'd say the best basketball player in my time and the best basketball player, in my opinion, probably ever is probably LeBron. Um, he's just done it all. Like, you know what I mean? Rebounding, assist, steals, points, of course, longevity, dedication to
Yeah,
the game. I feel like he dedicated a little bit more of himself to the game. That I feel like he's dedicated himself the most to the game, more so than
yeah,
any other player. And I feel like you have to be rewarded like, you know, the GOAT. If you're gonna give yourself up to the game, like, sacrifice a bunch of other shit.
yeah,
But that's probably who I would say. Jordan is up there, don't get me wrong. I know all the Jordan heads are gonna get at me for that.
yeah.
But, I mean, if social media was around back then, it'd be who knows, who knows? But I just feel like LeBron's been the most dedicated to the game, and I feel like the game has rewarded him for doing so.
Yeah. Yeah, but interesting to see what he does after basketball. I know he likes golf and stuff, but like Jordan's in NASCAR racing and stuff, and has these teams and stuff. But seeing what LeBron does as hobbies after the game when he's done, like
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
mm,
I think Jordan just is a competitor. I think he's the
mm,
ultimate competitor and like whatever industry that he would end up in as a person, he just is gonna compete.
yeah,
I think LeBron's just a complete basketball player. You know what I mean? I
yeah,
think he's also a
yeah,
competitor as well, but I think he was like I mean, he gave himself up to the game, so you gotta
yeah,
respect that.
yeah. Okay. Let me ask you this. I know a little about coaching. So, what do you love about coaching? How many years you done it, and what's your experience like coaching?
What I love about coaching is throwing the chaos and madness of life at young men and making them
Hmm.
figure it out. I think that's important. I think basketball is a great proxy for that, right? So
Yeah,
that's probably what I enjoy most. I mean, obviously, I love the winning, but I think that is the win. I've been coaching for quite some time, man. Whenever I was in high school, my coach had us coaching at just little, like, you know, like the little dribblers or whatever. So I've always been around it. The ecosystem that I grew up in is like, you know, if you're in 6th grade, 7th grade, you're helping like the 3rd and 4th graders learn how to play the game, you know what I mean? So it's like you're reinforcing it in your brain as
yeah,
well. They're looking up to you type of a thing. So ever since really like the 6th grade, I feel like we've always had to coach. It's kind of how basketball is out in the East Coast. And then I officially got into it whenever I was 22, I guess. Technically, I was on staff in Florida coaching whenever I was living out in Florida. So but yeah, I've been coaching for some time, man.
yeah.
I enjoy every facet of it. Seeing the skill development is pretty cool too, and just, you know, solving problems and working through things is
Okay. Any tips for any coach out there to share? Or
yeah, absolutely. I would say throw them in chaos, but like praise their problem solving.
got it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, throw them in chaos, but just praise their problem solving, because that's all you're
Yeah,
doing is teaching them how to solve problems. The ones who really care about the game and love the game will end up, like, doing extra work on their own, but you wanna, like, develop, like, a problem-solving mindset.
yeah. Okay. Good thoughts. Let me ask you this. A little about your playing experience. Where'd you play at, and who's the best player you faced going
Yeah,
back?
I played collegiately at Pitt Johnstown, which is a school in the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. So it's in the state of Pennsylvania. Best player I ever played against a lot of guys. Like, who was the best player at that time or who's the best player now?
Now that's maybe playing the current NBA or something, like that, or playing far.
Cam Johnson's pretty good. I've
Okay.
played against him. Dude, Thon Maker was super nice when I played against him, but he's up
Really?
there. Yeah, Darren Collison, bro, dog.
Play against Jaron Collison? Okay.
Yeah, yeah, I played against DC. I played against a lot of guys in AAU. I feel like we came across who did we come across? I wanna say we played, like, D'Angelo Russell, Book, being, like, in PA, and then, like, there's a lot of
Yeah.
good tournaments in the Midwest. So we went through a lot of tournaments in Indiana. There's this kid I played against, Shaquan Leal,
Yeah.
was the best player I played against at that age, bro. We were 14 and this motherfucker was windmilling, bro. I was like, "Yo, it's levels. It's levels." But yeah, a lot of good
Crazy.
talent. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
nuts.
All right. Cool. Let me ask you this. I'm gonna follow March Madness a little bit. What's your picks on the bracket? If you did a bracket, how's it looking so far?
I didn't fill a bracket out this year. If I did, it probably would be perfect because everybody who's, at this music scene is who I predicted, right? No, I'm fine. I feel like Duke has a good path. I feel like
Okay.
St. John's could upset them. They got a little bit of momentum behind them, and I feel like they play sporadic enough for it to throw Duke off a little bit.
Yeah.
I like Michigan State. I don't know. It's just it's a lot of good basketball right now though,
Yeah.
which I can appreciate.
Yeah. I think I've got I got Michigan against Houston in the final, so I'm doing pretty good. I got Duke in the Final Four, and I got Arizona losing to Michigan. So we'll see if it happens.
Okay.
It's good games though. Yeah. So what is your dream car, Levy? You have one?
I don't have one. I have a dream fleet.
Oh, okay. Oh, August first.
Yep, I've got a dream fleet. I think cars are super cool, man. I think
Mm,
every car has a different purpose that it serves. But I need the X6 M competition as like my daily, if not one of my dailies. I want a Ram 1500 Limited as my pickup truck. I want a Pagani as like my fun car. Same with the McLaren's it's 760? 720 McLaren. I've been the Porsches have been starting to grow on me a little bit too. So maybe like a
okay.
Porsche as like a fun car, but then I
Like a
also want
911 or what? 911 or
yeah,
what? We getting?
yeah, probably like a 911
Okay.
GT2 or 3.
Yeah.
I like the 4 a lot too. The 4 RS is nice. My
Okay.
buddy's got one. That thing's a beast. And then a Rolls Royce as the daily for the lady, you know what I'm saying? For the kids and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Uh, but I also like I like the X7 for day-to-day stuff too, though. I think that's a good family car.
Okay.
But yeah, man, I got a dream fleet. I got a lot of fun toys that I'm
What's your thoughts on the EV car experience that and stuff like that?
dude, the way that these EV cars drive is it's interesting. Not all EV cars are made the same. That's one thing I've noticed. There's some brands that are a little bit more. It's like anything else. It's like really like anything in life. Like there's quality and quantity. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So like what I've noticed is that like, an Ioniq might not drive the same way as like I don't know, like an i4 or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or an EQS might not drive the same way as like an iX or a Tesla or whatever. So there's different
Mhm.
qualities, like I guess differentiation, which also matters with the battery because some cars you get a lot more battery life than others. But I think it ends up being a lifestyle thing. So like
Mhm.
what's your lifestyle like? Do you drive a lot? Does it make sense for you? See, I'm on the road all the time,
Yeah.
and so there's more like EV chargers along the throughout the landscape, the geographic landscape of where I'm traveling to. Probably makes more sense for me to be in a gas car. I will say the difference though, not everybody is like a driver, but I do like the feeling of like gear switching. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah.
go in manual mode a lot, and I just like to vroom vroom. But you don't get that with an EV, but that
Yeah.
not everybody cares about that. But I think a lot of it boils down to like lifestyle. And then I really learned that not all EVs are created the same.
Yeah. Good thoughts. And got into detail with that because a lot of people talk about the charger part, but the revving part of the whole up and down. So
Dude, I'm just a car guy. I just love cars. You know what I mean? And
you like
yeah,
Hot Wheels as
so
a kid too?
I did. Hell yeah. I loved Hot Wheels, bro. I liked Hot Wheels, but I also liked I just like motorized like go-karts or like
Yeah.
scooters and stuff like as a youngin and like doing jumps and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And then just seeing cars too, because I feel like cars are like an expression or they can be. And
Yeah.
for me they are. Like growing up, I was big into like sneakers and stuff like that. I'd always buy new sneakers because like you could express yourself with sneakers. I feel like you can
Yeah.
kind of express yourself with cars, albeit it's a little bit more expensive.
Yeah.
But
You
some
can.
people do choose to do that, and I'm keen to it.
Cool. Let me ask you this. What age would you want to go back in time and live at? If you go back in time, what age would you pick?
If I had to go back in time, how old would I be and what would I do? Like, what was
Yeah.
I doing?
Yeah.
I feel like the easy answer is summer 16. That was like a vibe.
Yeah.
Summer 16 was a vibe. But I'd say for me, if I could go back to any age, honestly, I had like a hell of an 8th grade year. Like
Yeah.
my class, like my friends, my best friends to this day are like where we were best friends in 8th grade. And it was a good time. So I was what, like 14, 13, 14. High school was awesome. I had a great, anytime in high school, I had a great, like childhood in high school experience.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you? I'm curious.
If I go back, I probably do. I mean, high school was cool, but probably like sixth grade, I go back and just see if I could get like more out of what I was doing, more
Yeah.
sports and stuff. Like
Yeah.
the seriousness and the more you're doing them all, but it's like just mad to be put time we did later on. or the high school, like if
Yeah.
you did that time, what you could have been at,
Sure, sure, sure,
Um,
sure, sure, sure.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
go back and
probably
just
that because
like
yeah, and then because you're doing stuff like it's like you're doing it, but like if you had like what you knew now and did it, like
sure.
all the YouTube, everything, just stuff you could do, like you had to
Yeah.
a lot of trial and error and stuff. But yeah, probably like that 6, 7, yeah, that time and to fill that
What
hole.
would you do different?
Um, Probably work harder. I would
Yeah.
be more into the AI. Like I kind of like that aspect of it with that, and having just to be able to learn and push yourself more, and then you'll see, or you'll learn from what it takes to get to that, ahead
Mhm.
of time. So now you're there. It's like you just have it mindset already in place. Because you're thinking, what can I do? But it's like you got to keep at it.
Yeah,
So
that's
and
valuable.
there's
Yeah.
more to learn from that. I don't know. I feel like it just there's like you can look up how to dunk in 2 minutes now. Like before it was well you had that probably too, but we had it would just kind of you went off how your friends told you or you tried something, like
That's interesting.
you
Yeah,
know
we are,
you just
like,
had to
just a
kind of
little bit different in age too, where you
yeah
didn't have, like, the
yeah
shit that yeah, that's true.
yeah like I couldn't look up on YouTube how to like if we wanted to beat a game. We would get like some strategy book, or we would have our friends get together and try to beat with all our minds.
Yeah,
Like in GoldenEye, we would play the GoldenEye game, but it wasn't like, we couldn't like call and like, we had to just like, now you can look up how to beat it, but we had to like
yeah,
play each other and take turns and try to go that way. So it was just more strategized, but you did it all together.
yeah,
Now you just
yeah,
look it
yeah,
up and it's right there,
and it's
like,
there, yeah, exactly. Dude, that's
so
interesting though,
kind of that.
because so, like, my generation definitely we grew up and we're growing up I mean, we grew up as, like, the internet really started to boom,
Yeah.
um, and, like, social
Cause I had the
media.
internet. It came out in, 6th grade, like Netscape
That's
we had, AOL.
crazy.
Yeah.
6th grade,
So
I
it
was
was,
literally, like, fucking, like, 6.
yeah,
Like, that's when it came out. I remember being, like, 5, 6 years old, like, connecting the
yeah,
dial-up and shit like that. We were a
yeah.
little late to the party, so it might have been a little bit younger, but
Yeah, so but we would look up like we were seeing like like ESPN.com and then seeing scores and seeing sports and looking up things and then you could go to some site and look up like a information on it. But it was it was it was just starting to come of what it was. So I remember in the library going and just here use the internet trying to find article on something that was the subject related and you do like a little thing on it. So
that's
uh
interesting. That's wild.
yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Let me ask you this. Do you have a favorite field trip you did as a kid that you went on?
So I was like a Boy Scout when I was little,
Oh, I did that too.
and we used to go to, like, scout camp, and at the time, it was not my favorite thing to do, but
Yeah.
looking back on it, it's probably the most impactful, like, trip or trips that I've taken.
I'll say like I did scouts, I got Eagle and all that, but you definitely prepared for things and made you just like awareness, like, like, oh, if it happens to me, I will do this. So you have that, I guess it's just that, what is it? You're like, you
Survival
just kind of
instincts get
know.
sharper.
Yeah. 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 You're just like, what if that, yeah. So yeah,
Yeah,
that was
exactly.
the thing about me is it burned me out for camping because I did so much camping. Like not all the time,
Mm,
but I did it, but it's like, now I want to go camping. Like, it's not like a thing I want to do all the time. I just did
yeah,
so much. And we had to hike. I don't know, we probably hiked too. We had to probably hike like 5 miles with a backpack on,
all
then
the
boil
fucking time.
water, and then you got to
Yeah,
build a
boil
tent.
water. Yeah, make fires, build up a tent.
Yeah. So it was all just all
We used
this
to
life
make
preparedness
spears,
stuff.
bro. We used to make walking sticks, like, spear out of, like, sticks and stuff and just sharp knives. Bro, I remember
Yeah.
I remember we had this, like my first year so I think I went on scout camp, like, 3, 4 years in a row,
Yeah.
and, like, my first year, I was like, "What the fuck? What am I where am I at?" And I remember this one kid's name was Marty,
Yeah.
bro. He got this fucking, like, 10-foot nah, probably, like, 7.5 foot long, like, piece of, like, wood, like, this branch, and he had his
Yeah.
knife because everybody has their knife, right? And he cut it in half. He took an axe, cut it in half, wise, and he just started shaving. I was like, "What the fuck is this guy doing?" Shaving,
Yeah.
bro. By the end of the week, he made this like walking stick that had like grooves in it and everything.
Wow.
Like he tied some like flint to the bottom or to the hand, so it's got like grip, and it was like sharp, bro. This thing was like smooth. I was like, "Damn." I saw him taking a piece of leather and like smoothing it out a little bit. I was like,
Yeah.
"Yo, this is crazy." So the next 2, 3 years after that, I did the same thing.
Crazy.
Nuts, nuts.
Oh, yeah, the whole like the merit badges you do with tying knots and all this stuff
Get
and
all
the
your
swimming
merit
tests
badges,
at
that's
camps you
right,
have to do.
bro. Tourniquets,
Yeah, yeah,
square knots, all that stuff.
yeah, totally.
Building tents,
Yeah,
like, yeah, dude, all of that.
yeah.
Making fire
Let me ask you
off
this.
some, like, flint and stuff. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, no, yeah, totally. Let me ask you this. I'm guessing you're Gen Z, right? Person,
I don't know what I
or are you
am.
the
I think I might be a
millennial?
millennial. I
So,
might be a millennial. It depends on who you
so
ask in the day.
were you born after 1980 or after 94?
I was born
Or
'96.
oh, yeah, so you are in the Gen Z.
Okay. When does Gen
Millennials,
Z
yeah,
start?
millennial just after it. So Gen Z starts in 95.
Okay, yeah. I'm the
So, yeah, I
last
mean,
of the kind,
millennial,
baby.
yeah, 94.
So millennial is Gen Y though, right?
Uh, yeah. Yeah, there is a millennial Gen Y. Yeah, so you could be that. Yeah, millennial Gen Y
Yeah,
could
so
be.
I'm Gen
It
Z. I'm
could
the
be.
last of the real breed, baby. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
So,
Represent.
so what's your thoughts on as far as the technology with the chat GPT, AI, all that, and today's kid? I mean, you had it earlier than I did. I had six or you had it 3 or 6, but what are your thoughts on the whole thing with today? Now kids today get it at the fingertips, like kindergarten, maybe first grade, second grade. What are your thoughts on that whole part of it and things,
Uh,
with tech?
yeah, yeah. So like I grew up on tech. Like I was actually thinking about this story today because I'm migrating like laptops and shifting stuff over from one to another, and I'm pretty like tech savvy. And I was just thinking about it's
Mhm.
crazy that you're asking this question, but I was thinking about like my childhood, and I remember being like I don't know, like 13, 14, visiting a cousin in South Carolina. And we
Uh-huh.
were like hacking his computer because we were on a website that we weren't supposed to be on. And I thought you just like erase the history. He's like, no, you gotta go
Oh,
here, here, and here. And just doing a bunch of crazy stuff. So like I'm just thinking like back then we were like hip to the computer and doing a lot of things on it that we didn't know how impactful it could be. Fast forward another like, 17 years and AI is a thing. Um and we're at the precipice of I think that if you're not using AI, you should be using AI. I'm using AI. I've got 3 different ones that I use. I'm learning about
what are the
like the
three using?
agents.
Gemini, ChatGPT, or what are the
I
three
use
using? Or
ChatGPT, I use Claude, and then I use this other one that I use for, my private consulting firm.
okay,
And so I'm in it, bro. I'm using it all the time. Claude is interesting because it's the agentic AI. So I'm making skills to make a like agent who just does stuff for
yeah,
me automatically. So it's saving me a lot of time. I'm learning a lot. I hope, and I don't think that they will, so it's really on the parents, but, like, if you have here's my thing, if you're a parent right now and you have kids who are, call it, like, 4th, 5th, 6th grade, make sure they go outside and play, but also, like, an hour, hour and a half of, like, AI time isn't bad for them if it's, like if you can figure out a way to get them to use it to develop something. That's what I
yeah,
would say. I had older cousins and like who were into like rapping and stuff. So like whenever I was little, I'd be making beats on like the software is called Fruit Loops. Fruity Loops is what it used to be called, I think. But I remember making
yeah,
like Crank That on there and stuff like that. But just having like the understanding. So now I'm on different dashboards. I know how to navigate it. That's going to be something similar with AI in the future. It's definitely the future. I think it's huge. And I think right now we're in a time frame for us that if we can figure out a way to like incorporate it, I think it can definitely add a lot of value to our portfolios, but also I think there's a lot of ways to monetize from AI. So, yeah.
yeah. Uh, that's a good perspective. I think you're probably one of the top people I know that have used AI or kind of technology in a way that's for it. But yeah, totally, totally
Yeah,
good
it's I mean,
stuff,
it's
man.
interesting that I think autonomy is not just in AI, bro, but it's in a lot of different industries.
Yeah.
Like a lot of machinery and stuff like that is autonomous. But all autonomy is just like logistics handled like extremely efficiently. I mean, if you think about Amazon, dude, like living in the Bay, I think we're a little bit spoiled because I can order something and get it like literally like fucking 3 minutes later. Like I try
I know.
to like whenever I'm in like Atlanta or
Crazy.
if I'm in like, Pennsylvania or Ohio, like I try to order something on Amazon. I gotta wait like 2, 3 days. And if I and like, I've gotten so accustomed to like if I need it, if I want it, I need it now type of a thing, you know what I mean? But
Yeah,
that speaks to efficiency and logistics, and that's all AI at this point. Like, the AI is understanding the algorithms, understanding what items are likely to go where, and it's creating, like, the path of least resistance and, like, speeding things up. So I think
yeah,
there's a way to, enhance, like, the logistics of everyday life and to be able to get people out more and experiencing more, like, human interaction.
good stuff. I'll ask you a movie question. What's a movie you recently saw that you liked? You've seen one.
I just watched what is it? It starts with the Morning Ring maybe or Morning Bell, I think. It's with no, what was it's a movie with, who's the dude from, it wasn't Neil Caffrey, You? Remember the show You?
You
On Netflix? Yeah, it's called You.
morning.
I just saw this on Amazon. Let me see if I have my Amazon TV. It was such a good show or a good movie. It was so fucking good. I watched it twice, like back to back. I was like, "Yo, this is fire." It's about like a hedge fund company that show about or movie. Ah man, I could probably pull it up on my Amazon TV right now. I don't I really this is bothering me, Lens. Fun company.
Taylor Peck? No, that's not it, right?
No. It's like an older
Morning Bell's
movie.
called. What's it called?
No, I don't think it was Morning Ring, maybe?
Morning Star.
No, so not The Big Short, not Dumb Money.
It's on hedge fund.
Yeah, board members, like, fly in.
Morning Bell's a movie called.
I don't do you see a movie called Morning Bell?
Yeah,
Do you?
yeah, I
Is it
do.
called
Yeah.
is it called The Morning Bell? Let's see. I think Kevin Spacey's in it. Let's see, Kevin Spacey, hedge fund movie. Here we go. Margin Call. Margin Call.
What's it called?
Margin
Margin Call.
Call.
Okay.
Dude, such a good movie. It was about this algorithm that this, hedge fund company was using to, like, place their bets and just
Yeah.
like their predictive analysis. And long story short, like, it was wrong, and like some kid figured it out. Some junior associate figured it out. He was like a bio
Yeah.
mechanic engineer. He was literally like a rocket engineer, and he quit that to do this to make money. But dude, it was such a good movie. And a lot of it takes place like in the boardroom.
Yeah.
I just thought it was pretty cool how they were, like, handling the situation in the boardroom.
Let me ask you this: Are you an Apple or Android guy? Apple. Yeah.
Apple.
Yeah. I feel a lot of us are, but there's some Android out there.
I'm on my iPad right now. I got my MacBook right here. Apple guy, for sure. You an Apple guy too, right?
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah. I mean, I have an Xbox, so that places, but yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
That's Microsoft.
And I
What do
just kind of
you
came after. Huh?
No, good.
I came from, I want to say, after like my laptop went out. I like a
You had an
college
HP?
or was, and then yeah.
Yeah.
So then after that, I just kind of went over to MacBook. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
and they all function kind of similar.
They
So
do. I have my laptop, like, that I do business on is HP, and it's pretty efficient
mhm,
just because I like to use Microsoft and stuff like that. But my personal one that I
yeah,
do a lot of, like, my other stuff on is Mac for sure.
and they kind of work. And Apple's fine for it. Like for what I'm doing, but when we get like more tech, get the higher end stuff like for
Yeah.
podcasting and stuff, you probably need it. But yeah, they work fine.
I think Apple has the capabilities of doing that too, though. I think you can get, like, some strong,
Oh, they do.
like,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's the
with
the
them.
MacBook Power, or the what's it called, the Mac, the top one that has all the Power book, all right, but MacBook.
The, well, just what is it called? The MacBook Pro, like, the actual home
Yeah,
computer. Yeah, it's got, like,
yep,
the crazy chip, crazy RAM
yeah,
space.
that stuff. Yep, yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah. Get one of those, you'd be good for like 10 years, and then you're good.
Mhm, mhm.
Oh, right. Let me ask you this: you want to share tip of the week, life tip, success tip for our listeners out there?
Yeah, sure. I would say this. I'm trying to make something up on the spot. Life tip, success tip. There is no good, there is no bad. It's just what we choose to see is all that is, all that there is.
Yeah, yeah.
So choose the good.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one that I
Good
like.
one. One. Who do you want to sit down and eat with dead or alive? You could pick somebody. Who would it be?
If I could have dinner with
I mean,
anybody, dead or alive, who would it be? Do I have to pick just one person?
you could do both. It could be a couple people. There's no limit.
I'd like to have dinner with Jesus, the Prophet
He's
Muhammad,
mentioned a couple times. Okay.
Einstein, and Adolf Hitler.
Really?
Yeah. I'd like to have dinner with those guys and just talk. I think that'd be a hell of a dinner.
What?
Imagine, like, the different perspectives that each of the guys would have. You've got
Oh
Jesus
yeah,
who
totally. Yeah.
we've been, like and honestly, I mean, we haven't gotten to meet any of these people, so it'd just be interesting to see, like, like, what we've been told and what our knowledge of them, if that is true, and what the
Yeah.
case, like, you know what I'm saying? Just and how they handle themselves. I think that would be an interesting dinner. Bet you haven't gotten that one yet.
Totally. Now I've got Jesus. I would know, and then Hitler hasn't been mentioned. So yeah. Yeah.
I could imagine so.
So, yeah. How about this one? Now you're stuck in an elevator. Who do you want to be stuck in an elevator with?
Who do I who do I wanna be stuck in the elevator with?
Yeah.
If I was stuck in an elevator, who would I wanna be? Somebody who doesn't stink. Probably gonna
Okay.
get hot. It's probably gonna get hot in there, and we gonna start
Yeah.
sweating. Probably somebody who doesn't
Yeah.
stink. I don't know, my girl maybe, any of my boys, honestly. There's a lot of people there's a long list of people I wouldn't mind being stuck in the elevator with, for sure, for
Well,
sure. What about you? I'm curious.
elevator. I'd probably go like somebody like fun to talk to. So like it'd be like Trump seems like something fun to be with, an elevator with. You guys are stuck there, kind of figure out how to get out of there. Uh, I mean, I could say who else would be funny, like Chris Farley or something be funny. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
maybe comedian pass away. Maybe like Drake or Weekend. I don't know, some
Drake
artists.
would be
You
cool.
know,
Drake would be
so
cool to be in the elevator with,
yeah,
yeah.
you know,
Just
and
chop it
you're
up.
yeah, I mean, Michael Jordan. Right now he's stuck. But wait, stuff like that kind of. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah.
So, but that's how probably you stuck with. Let me ask you
I'd say
this.
if I had to pick somebody,
Yeah,
I'd say if I had to pick somebody,
yeah,
I would say probably Elon.
yeah.
I feel like
He's
I
been
asked this guy a
mentioned to sit
million
down and eat with.
questions.
I know that.
Yeah, I'd love
He
for him to be at
mentioned,
that dinner too. I would love for Elon to be at that dinner.
yeah,
I'd love to just have dinner with Elon.
yeah.
Yeah, just to dude, all these guys are just like these great minds. It's just like, dude, like,
Hmm.
how do you think? What are you thinking? Like,
Yeah.
I wanna pick your brain, literally.
I heard him talk on. I don't remember Clubhouse, but this was like a while ago. I forget that social app they had back in like
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
pandemic.
sure, sure.
And Elon was on there talking to us, and it got so big that they had other rooms where you could hear him talking because
Oh,
the
wow.
listeners were, yeah. He
That's
was on there,
interesting.
like Charlie Crick was on there. I mean, Greg Cardone was on there with it, but you could hear people that you like thought like, oh, how they is it, in real life or talk, and you could tell people were really like smart, from hearing them
Yeah,
like in small, because some people like, oh, I have this, and some people had all systems. It was pretty, it was good. You could hear some good ones talk. I was like, wow, this is,
yeah,
crazy.
legit. Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah. Huh,
let me
yeah, that's it.
let me
So what'd
ask
you
you
think of
this.
Elon?
So no, it's good. Like he shared a story of how he would sleep. He would intern for these dealerships or whatever for these, and then they wouldn't hire him. And then he kept coming back, and then they finally gave him an internship. And then when he was doing the whole Tesla stuff, he was staying at the plant and sleep on the floors or whatever. Like
Yeah,
uh, he was so he said the whole time he was just staying there, and then it it worked, you know. But he kept
yeah,
getting turned down all the time.
mm,
So, but he was
mm,
persevering and finally got one in, and then and then did this thing, and then did that, and then now he's all about the space stuff, which is crazy, and
yeah,
so he's definitely a trend center toy out there. It's and then he wants to do some with the like with the satellites, and then with the power where like you're able to generate stuff up there, and then there's other stuff he's doing where he wants to have like structures up in the space where he can live at,
mm,
you know, like up there.
mm,
So he has this whole different mindset, you know. But yeah, he's thinking like outside of like way outside the box.
yeah.
So
You gotta respect
you
that.
know, Like he wants to have
Yeah.
us on Mars and stuff and other,
Yeah, exactly.
but yeah,
He's just a visionary, bro, and I think he's privy to a lot more information on
yeah,
how things could work that, he's just I feel like
yeah,
one of the keys here's a good tidbit. I feel like one of the keys to life is to remain as childlike as possible, right? Like, in terms of, like,
mhm,
your inquisitiveness, your curiosity, don't, like, allow social pressures to, like, force you to start thinking how you should versus how you want to, you know what I mean? Having that, like,
yeah,
freedom and flexibility in thought, I think is super important, and I think Elon has that. That's why his creativity is so out of this world because it literally redefines like the rules in which the sandbox in which we play in, right? So,
uh-huh,
I think that's something super important to try and, maintain and just, keep your childlike spirit alive as long as you possibly can.
yeah. So let me ask you this: what do you love about the city you live in now? Currently and stuff.
Say that again?
What do you love about the city you live in right now?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. A lot. I live in Walnut Creek, and I think Walnut Creek's dope, bro.
Yeah,
I love the trees. I mean, it stinks because of the pollen. I walk outside, my car is fucking covered. But there's like in the mornings when I go on my walks, I just hear birds chirping. You know what I'm saying? I
uh,
look up, the skies are clear. There's trees everywhere. It's just blue. I really like that. I like that a lot. I like the access that I have to a lot of things too, though. Right? The gym's
yeah,
nearby. There's a lot of restaurants nearby, grocery stores nearby. I don't really have to drive more than like 7, 8 minutes to get everything that I need. So
yeah,
I like that, and it's close enough to the highway, right? I can hop on the highway and get to
yeah.
wherever I gotta get to. So I love that about the town. They keep it very clean too, which I
Oh,
appreciate.
yeah,
Yeah, man. There's a lot that I could say that I enjoy about, Walnut Creek. The Bay in
yeah,
general is dope too, though. Like, there's a lot
yeah,
of people talking shit on the Bay, when I was getting ready to move up here, and then I got up here, bro, and I was like, "Bro, y'all tripping." It's always people who
yeah.
don't live in the Bay who were talking shit about the Bay.
Always,
Um,
always, yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
I was like, "Yo, this is
yeah,
dope." Like, this is, like, low key, this might be my favorite city that I've ever, like, lived in,
yeah,
or, like, just one of my
yeah,
favorite cities. I think Pittsburgh's definitely up there because that's where I'm from, but I ain't
yeah,
gonna lie, bro, the Bay is tough. Like, there's so much culture out here. People are hustling, but then there's also, circumstances that I think every city is, has to handle with, like, some of the poverty and a little bit of the violence, and I think that's everywhere. But there's a lot of people here who are doing a lot of cool things, and there's a lot of people here who wanna preserve like what's here and what makes this place so special, and you see that, and it's very
yeah.
diverse, man. It's very, very diverse, and there's a lot going on, but you know it's dope. I fuck with the Bay.
Well, appreciate the good input on the Bay. People will hear that now and they won't talk down about it. But yeah, I know it's a good spot. I like it.
It's a
I've
great
been
spot,
here.
man. People should not talk down on the Bay, and a lot of people talk down on the Bay because they don't want to be out here, and they can't be out here because it's expensive. But like, I get it.
Yeah,
But get your paper up. You know what I'm
lifestyle. Yeah.
saying? Get your shit up and get out here. Come on, man. We ain't hearing that. You know what I mean? That ain't an excuse.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. So if you want your current job, what would your occupation job be if you weren't during your working here?
Yeah, private consulting, private strategy consulting. I think that's what the dream is. I do a lot of that now really with my job, but I would say private strategy consulting for businesses um across all different industries. I think that would be
Yeah.
yeah, that's my dream job.
All right. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite video game that you played or
RuneScape
board
was
game?
dope. My yeah, favorite board game is Rummikub. I played it the other day.
Okay. Yeah.
You ever played Rummikub? It's like a
No.
tile game. You get like tiles. I think I got it like right. Where do we put it? It might be in the car still because we took it to the park.
Okay.
But you get like little tiles and you have to make like a run or a sequence of like colors,
I
and the
think I
goal
played
is to like
before. Okay.
yeah, there's Rummy 500 where you can play with it's the same concept except with like cards in your hand. But Rummy Cube is probably one of my favorite games. Dude, growing up, RuneScape was super dope. I'm a big Madden guy. I love playing Madden.
Yeah.
I'm a
You
big
still play
2K
Madden or
guy,
no? Yeah.
so I haven't been on my Xbox in some time. I put it away for a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah.
The most recent Madden I probably have my Xbox is in storage, but the most recent one I probably have is 2020. 24, but I like the strategy behind Madden, right? The coverages and like
Yeah.
understanding all that kind of stuff. I'm a big 2K guy, but I don't play at the park. I like to play fives. I guess that's like a lost art
Okay.
nowadays where you just get your team and you play somebody
Yeah.
else's team on 2K. All my boys give me shit for it. Like, you
Yeah.
know, at
So you
the
like to do
park.
the
I'm like,
quick
no.
match.
Yeah, exactly. Quick
Yeah.
match.
No,
That's my
my
shit.
player.
Let's run it up.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Yeah. So yeah, people ask me I did my play like a couple times, but I tell my players in real life now. That's my player. You know,
That's what I'm talking about, Lens.
outside of that.
I am
Yeah.
my player, man. I don't need to be on a video game to
Yeah.
be, you know what I mean? Fuck all that. This is real. It's real life. But yeah,
Yeah.
quick play,
So yeah, no, the
fives. That's my
5-on-5 has
shit.
gone away. It has gone away. It's harder now because they make you win with based on the tier teams. Like
Yeah, but like
Dallas
it's
is like a
but
tier
you
three, Warriors are tier two.
yeah, but you could also win playing good basketball, bro. That's what I like about fives. And I think people don't
Exactly.
run away. I
Yeah,
think
you
people run
can
away
zone a
from that.
team and they can't shoot.
People
Yeah.
run away
No,
from
it's
that and play
strategy for
my
sure.
player. Like, dude, I
Yeah.
set I set ball screens, I set down screens, I set away screens, bro. I run plays and I
Yeah.
catch people sleeping
Yeah.
and I score, people get pissed.
Totally.
That's how I play. That's how I like to play 2K.
Totally. So what's your drink of choice?
My drink of
If you
choice,
have one?
I got a couple. Mountain Valley for sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Spring water. I'm a
Yeah.
big bourbon guy. If we're talking alcohol, I'll drink
Okay.
bourbon and I'll drink tequila. If I had to pick, no budget, I would ask for a tequila añejo, like super añejo with a orange
Yeah.
peel, like an orange in there. And then on the bourbon side of things, I like Woodford. I like Blanton's. Yeah, I think those are my drinks of choice.
Okay. You want to share us a good do pleasure?
Dude, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I like In and Out. I try to eat like pretty
Okay.
clean.
What are you ordering?
I'll go
What are you ordering
order.
now?
So I'll order a double double animal style protein style, a double double animal style, and I'll order
Okay.
a Flying Dutchman all in one sitting.
Wow. No shake?
Nope, I'll take the water, and then I might get a, animal style fries, but that's 50/50. But that's my order, so, like, whenever I go, I be trying to eat clean, so, like, I mean, I'm not saying In-N-Out is not clean, I think In-N-Out's pretty good, but I'd say that's my guilty pleasure 'cause it's usually it's, like, late at night, bro. It'll be, like, 11 p.m., and I'm just like, "Man, I'm really craving In-N-Out," and I'll
Yeah.
I'll
Oh.
just go.
Do you got a favorite emoji?
Do I have a what?
Favorite emoji? The keyboard? You get some like happy
Yeah,
face
favorite
and the
emoji.
thumbs up, all
I
that
feel like
stuff.
I use
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like I use let me go to a text. Which one do I use the most? I use, like, the one, like, where your head is like this really fast. It's a newer one. It's got, like, someone's, like, they're looking, like, this way, and then there's, like I don't know how to explain it.
Okay.
That
Yeah, text to
emoji?
me or something and see. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
I'm gonna text it to you.
Yeah.
I'd say that's probably my favorite emoji right now.
All right.
I'm also like a laughing emoji. I like to send my lady the
Yeah.
rose emoji, the
I got
crowd
it. Okay.
emoji. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. I'll send like the rocket ship for people, like they're doing stuff good. I'll do like the fire
Okay.
one, laughing face. I'll send. I'll do like this one to people.
Yeah,
We'll
that's a good
see.
one. That's a good one. That's a good one.
And I do
I
like
use
the
this one a
salute
lot.
to people. Yeah.
Yeah, I got salutes on my
Okay.
top. Golf one is on my
Yeah.
top.
Yeah. You've been golfing. What course you been liking so far? You been playing Boundary or
Yeah, I play a
what's
lot of
your?
Boundary. It's just close. They're good to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think they do a good job of keeping up with their course. So I'll go Boundary. The other day I went to Franklin Canyon for the first time. That was pretty cool.
Where's that?
It's over on your way to so if you hop off of 580 going north towards Sacramento, and then you hop on the
Yeah.
4 going
Yeah.
I think the 4 would take you what, west? I think it's hopping on the 4
Yeah.
west. It's there. It's right off the 4.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be south or yeah, it would be west. Yeah, so that's a good course. Sometimes I'll play those nice courses with my buddies, but I haven't played that like in a country club in a while. But yeah,
Yeah.
Boundary's probably my favorite. That's my home
How
course
you
for
doing
sure.
how you doing that lake hole? You had a long drive, then you
The
had the pond to the right.
the first hole?
So
Or are
I
you
didn't want
talking
to say
about
it's like the
are you talking
third,
about so you got
I
one no,
think, maybe
3
second or third.
3
The
is the
par
one
three.
it's a par 5. You're talking about a par
Yeah, you're like
3?
up on you're up at the par five. You're up on the
Yeah,
hill,
you're up on the hill, you go
I
down,
think,
and
and
then
then
you go to
there's
the left. Yeah, and the
yeah,
lake's on your right. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I do well in
Yeah,
that hole. I usually stay I've got a few
yeah,
balls that have, are definitely the bottom of the lake, but I
yeah.
usually do well in that hole. That's one of my favorite holes.
Cool.
The other one on the way coming back
Yeah.
sometimes gives me trouble on the other side of the hole. I think that's like
Oh
16.
yeah.
No, I think it's 15.
Yeah, yeah.
That 15 or 16, 16, because then 17 is a par. No, that's 15. That's 15. That's 15. Yeah, 15 sometimes gives me trouble because 17 is a par three and then 18 takes you home. Yeah.
Uh,
Where do you like to go? Bridges is cool too. A little tough, but
Bridge I played, I've gotten better at that one. Not my favorite. I mean, I've played Dumber Ranch a few times. It's all right. The country clubs are nice, like Crow Canyon's nice. I played Wente. Ruby was nice.
Wednesday is
Round
nice.
Hill
I
I
like
played
them
was
too.
nice. Played the one off the four on Pittsburgh, kind of that one to the. It's like a fish track one. I played
Mhm.
Pebble and Spyglass and um, Pebble Beach one. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Those was like last year on this time, man. But it's a bucket list for sure.
Have you played
Yeah, play it.
good? Sorry.
Yeah, I would play them, but you don't need the caddy, but or the cart. But it's worth playing though. Pebble Beach if you can play it. About six
That's
hundred
good to
bucks, but
know.
if you can do it, do it. Yeah, yeah.
Interesting. I might
So
actually have
then
to
you
do
have,
that.
and then but someone's got to stay the night because they make someone stay
Fuck it.
overnight.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, that's
So
actually not a bad idea. I
yeah,
might do that. I'm gonna look into that.
yeah, yeah.
Especially before I leave, I'm gonna definitely look into
But
that.
dude, when you go to San Diego, you have good ones on there too. So yeah, but I mean, we got
Torrey
a bunch
Pines.
up here. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
no,
never play that
I
one.
wanna
So
play I need to play Pebble. I haven't
oh, I
played Pebble,
played
so I need to go play
Silverado at
some.
Napa. That was pretty good course too.
Okay.
Um, yeah, it was really good.
Have you
It's like a
played
pro
Eagle
course, so
Vines,
it's
then the
pretty
one
good.
that's next to it?
Yeah, I played.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played Eagle Vines. Yeah, yeah, that was good. Yeah,
Have
so
you played the one
I played Blue Rock. That was pretty cool. Good.
there's one in Half Moon Bay.
Nah, I haven't played out there yet.
It's a
So
pretty good course. I think they've got, like, 3. I think I played, like, the gold one maybe?
yeah,
Solid course. Solid course. But that one reminds me of what I imagine Pebble Beach to be. I'm gonna do Pebble Beach, bro. I think I'm gonna surprise my girl. Maybe just go to Pebble Beach. But "Hey, we're spending the night. Oh,
yeah,
by the way, I'm golfing in the morning." Type of
yeah,
thing.
yeah. There you
Might
go.
not be a bad
Yeah.
idea.
How's this? Nominate someone to be on the show. That'd be a good guess. I could put on there.
If I had to nominate anybody to be on the show next, I would say I was thinking about this one. I
I'm trying to
would
get Joe
s
C on here, but he's been tough to get on here. But
that's what I was that's what I was gonna say was Josie, actually.
yeah,
Yeah, maybe get him on
what about
here
Mojo?
or Mo. Mo would be a good person
Yeah,
to get on as
yeah.
well. Yeah, I'd say those are my
I
2,
was in the hats and stuff. Yeah,
Mo and Joe.
yeah,
Yeah, exactly. It'd be great for him to talk about his hat, and his business. Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Mo, Joe.
And then, and what's something on the bucket list you want to do?
I want to grow my portfolio in business. I'd say that's on my bucket list, but it's all on my to-do list. It's something that I wanna do this year.
Okay,
I wanna travel a little bit, but probably, like I mean, I wouldn't mind a trip this year at some point, but I really wanna think for me, I'd go on a trip after I take care of some things first.
yeah. All right. And
What's
then
on your
how we
bucket
follow
list?
you and get in touch with? Oh, and then how we follow you and get in touch with you on social media
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah, I guess the best way to f my social media is private right now, but Lev's page, Levs page, Page,
Okay,
at, on Instagram, on X, and on Threads. I think on TikTok also.
okay,
And just shoot me a DM. I'm pretty active on and checking my DMs and whatnot, and things of that nature. And yeah, that's probably the best way to get a hold of me.
cool. And then
Yeah.
yeah, you can follow me Steven Lanza on TikTok, Instagram, Threads, YouTube. We got this on there. We're on Spotify. We're all the platforms, and you can stream match and stuff like that. From on the spot, Ryan, any final thoughts before we get out of here?
Hey man, say man, I got nothing much to say, man. But I would say this: if I had something to say, man, an object in motion stays steady. So stay steady and enjoy the pace.
All right. So from on the spot, right here, see real estate through the lens. All right. Peace. All right.